Hopefully, I gotta wait. Oh, and if I drop out, I'll be back as soon as I can. Hi, chat room. We're gonna start. Howdy. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hello. Alright. Everyone ready?
Good to go.
Alright. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. I am your host, Leeta. This is episode 353 on Saturday, January 2024, or Sunday, 21st, depending on where you are. No sound on intro. Of course there wasn't. That's fantastic. I love that. I love that for me. That looks like something I'll have to play around with. Thank you, Fair. I will see how that goes. Oh well. Oh well. Edit. It's called edit in post when I do the editing, so that's fine. Khrys, not only are you here being my co-host this week, thank you very much, but 64 months. Thank you.
Told you, I'm the play.
Spam, thank you, Spam. Appreciate that very
Mwah.
much, like not to you. But not only am very excited. It's been a while since Khrys and I have sat down to be here together. But not only that, we actually have a guest this week, and I'm super happy to have them on. Evie's joining us. Hi, Evie.
Hello, how are we?
Good, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Mrs. MRG, Mrs. Rock Guru, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. 52 months as well. You guys, appreciate that. Anyway, Evie's here to have a chat. You've been so busy with, in particular, the Green Man, and just right, having so much fun with the challenges. So I'm like, well, we need to have a chat. So thank you. First off, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself, like the player behind these characters?
The one who does too much green, man, sure. Yeah, hi everyone, thank you for having me on. I'm just, mid-30s guy from Australia. Been playing WoW for a while. Best country in the world, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, work in IT, and in my spare time, I like to play any game I can, but specifically Warcraft, and a little bit of Final Fantasy on the side.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's nice.
Booyah, go Australia.
Yeah,
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi! I even know the answer to that one.
you've been
And I
around
am
long enough,
very
right?
much not Australian.
Exactly. Oh no, that's fantastic. All right, Khrys, do you wanna hit Evie with the next one?
Yes. So I love this question. How long have you been playing WoW, and when did you first start trying challenge characters?
Oh man, so there's a really long gap between this. So I started playing WoW in like start of Cataclysm before the Firelands patch kind of era,
Okay.
and played for most of the way through all of Cataclysm, all of MOP. What was the next one after that? WoD, played most of that, and then I took a break around Shadowlands for a while, and then came back for Dragonflight. Played all of Dragonflight so far, and about halfway through Dragonflight, I was getting a little bit on the board side, not sure what to do with myself. And my partner had just recently picked up WoW again, and she was playing on my account for a little bit because she didn't have one of her own. She hadn't played for years and just wanted to like dip a toe back in the water. So she was like, "Oh, I seem to remember there was some challenge things way back," and she did a Pacifist tune first, and I was like, "Oh, that looks
Okay.
like fun."
Yeah.
And then I picked up. So yeah, that was where I started playing challenges and just enjoyed it. It was like, I'll try a green man, and that was fun. And from there on, it was just lots of green men.
Is anyone other than me just going like, "Oh yeah, Kata, that's was a few years ago."
Yesterday.
Yeah,
How many
Yeah.
years was
I think it
Kata?
was 2011 from memory.
Oh
My
my
God.
god.
So that's 13 years ago. That's so crazy. When you like just thinking Kata, it feels like it really wasn't that long ago, but it was 13 years ago. So yeah.
And then next year we've got Cataclysm Classic, or this year, or whatever it is.
I know. It's just amazing. Well, Chris, how long have you been playing?
We came end of vanilla, I want to say. Very end, beginning of BC, one of them. I mean, to put this all in perspective, my child grew up in this game.
Yeah.
And he'll be 30 this year. So,
Yeah.
like, him and I playing this game together is literally what we do every day. And he'll be 30 this
Yeah.
year.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And that's the whole thing. Like, just when you start thinking of timelines, like I've been playing this 20 years. It's just it's crazy, but time
It's
flies.
become generational, hasn't it?
Yes.
There we go. MRG told us Kata was announced 2009, released 2010.
It just, again.
So yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, seriously. I'm not
Yesterday.
getting old.
That's it. All right. So you started coming over to Challenge Tunes this expansion, which fantastic. We've noticed that, and for you, I know you answered pretty muchly on this, but for those that don't, what's the challenge you're currently focused on? And why? And then if you want to break down as to what you've got going with that challenge.
Sure. So focused on Green Man with a side of a Pacifist going because Mrs. Rock Guru challenged me, so I have to do it. So 13 and it's happening.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep, Night Elf Druid, of course, because it has to be. And on the Green Man, there's a whole lot around 20 at the moment. There's like a priest, a mage, a warrior that's getting there, paladin that's really low and still not registered yet, and I've got a shaman that's again started but not level 10. So going for the all classes, just gonna take it bit by bit.
Excellent. And so what have you already done? You've done Hunter?
Just Hunter, like 4 of them.
4 hunters, but they were different. You run the different specs.
Yep. So I did all 3 specs and all 4 of the elf races. So it was all.
That's
elf,
right.
High elf, night elf.
Yep.
Whatever the other. Night elf.
Yeah. I knew there was a tie and I couldn't think of what it was. I was like, oh no. And it was elf. That's right. It was the 4 elf races. So yeah. So I'm guessing that is keeping you quite busy.
Oh yes.
Nice.
More time than I have.
Oh, I fully understand that for sure. All right. Chris, what's our next one?
What is your fondest challenge memory?
Ooh, that's a hard one, actually. Maybe the first time maxing out, because it was just like 69 and just out there in the world and just panicking that I'm going to die or do something silly. And then finally getting there, it was just like I've done it. That was just a nice feeling.
Such a good feeling.
Yeah, there's always that
Yeah.
moment around 69, 68 where you're like, oh, please don't do something silly.
I think we can all understand that, and then I also know that when I do have that moment where I've lost the tune because I've done something stupid through my own fault of I rushed something, I didn't fully think of it, and and then turn around and be like, I should have, I should have waited or whichever. But it's definitely memories.
Yeah, I lost a
Memories.
warlock recently, and I got to 63 and died in Waking Shores, the one where you've got to kill the big rock elemental quests, and they break apart into little ones just
Oh,
outside.
Oh,
the
yeah,
shrine.
Yeah.
outside the tunnel.
yeah,
Yeah, and I had a couple of ring-ins come in, and they kept stunning me and knocking me up, and like I kind of just died, and I got to the end, I'm just like, I didn't use all this ability, I didn't use that, I didn't use this.
yeah,
Yeah, kicking yourself, just had to walk away for a while and then come back.
yeah. Oh, I think I've had a couple moments where I've gone like flip table, walk away, calm down. Calm.
Usually after she wakes up at the keyboard.
Before I've had coffee. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
Roll one.
alright, so Evie, with your leveling, so specifically you're going Green Man, what path are you following? Same path for all of this, or are you trying to refine from what you did with your first max level green? Like, what zones are you going, and what are you finding the most efficient zone wise for leveling?
I tend to spread it around mostly. I like to do like each tune will do a different expansion just to vary it up so you don't keep doing the same thing over and over.
Yep.
But more often than not, I'll go through Pandaria. I really like that zone. It's just nice and chill. I don't think it's too dangerous. There's not too many mobs around that'll really give you problems. There's not like max level mobs wandering in the middle of zones either, so you're pretty unlikely to come across something by accident. That's generally my safe route, but yeah, I'll do anything.
Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, Pandaria, Chris and I have got a huge love for Pandaria.
Yes.
For our passies. That I must admit that I mean, it's pointless taking our big girls back there now, but we spent a lot of time through Fair's advice with Pacifist to go and hang out in Heartlands, and that was fantastic. So Pandaria is great. I was going to say Fair loves Pandaria as well. I'm pretty sure she quite often goes there for a lot of her leveling of tunes. And I've got to do Fair's new write up with her mental blank. I think Passy Fair. I'm having a blank moment. What's that? Yes, Fair
Passy
just
mage.
dinged on 19th Passy
Oh, congrats.
for this. Well, all up. She's just the Passy mage. So again, like guys, like seriously, we've got 15 greens this expansion, 38 irons, 19 passies. Like the numbers are stunning, and we're still in Dragonflight. Amazing. Alright, so Pandaria's good. Everyone loves Pandaria. Definitely. Hang on, I'm just going back. See if there's anything I've missed. No. Alright. One of our favourite questions, Chris.
Oh, yes, yes. So, we all have embarrassing moments. Mine was my very first death ever. I died to the rare Murloc in Westfall.
That's right.
And if you don't know, my guild is called Team Murloc. Our horde guild is called the Murloc clan. All of P's emotes are Murlocs, and I die to a Murloc. Really? Really? So what is one of the most embarrassing ways that you've died as a challenge toon? And what zone do you think is the most unfriendly to a challenge toon?
Oh man, we've all done it with the Murlocs, haven't we? Got swarmed by them at some point.
Yep.
Yep. The most embarrassing way to lose a toon was leveling a Warlock again. I seem to have this thing with Warlocks and just losing them. I got to about 45, was going really smooth right the way through. I think I was doing Wrath of the Lich King at that point, and got a quest reward and just equipped it without thinking, and it was blue.
Ooh,
And I was on
there.
Discord at the time, and I just went, "Oh no!" with a bit more expletives, obviously. And yeah, that was a bit embarrassing.
I think a lot of us can definitely relate to that because, you know, sometimes a death, whether it's a DC, whether it's your own, you know, I know one time I lost by flying over the bloody Alliance camp there in wetlands, and I was flying too close and I got shot down and died. You know, like that's my fault. Equipping an item is again that thing of being my fault. A DC is beyond your control. It's never easy though.
No, definitely not.
Never easy. So I totally get it. I know from last week, I think I said, you know, like with the patches, when we have a patch, and I have every single one of my toons has got their equipment, I've got it macroed. And it was, I'm pretty sure it was one of my like gnome warlocks or something, and I didn't even think about it. And I just went, bam, put a gear back on, looked at it and went, hang on, why is that green? And it changed. And now I make sure I don't do that because that was my fault. So I think we can all feel that equipping something when we're, you know, we can feel that.
Yeah,
Fair says, oh, I hate it when I did that.
Process, right?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So for you in what you've done, so you've got 4 max level, all the elves at the moment, and you're working on one of every class, which is, you know, again, huge undertaking. We wish you all the very best with that. But what tips for Green Man or for playing a challenge toon in particular would you give to anyone who either wants to try, or is there something that you've picked up within this time that you're like, oh, this is a really helpful tip that I can give to the community?
Probably the best one I have at the moment would be just know your survival spells. Definitely from that Warlock incident, just have an idea of where your cooldowns are, where your saves are, how you can get out of a situation, and like unlike me where you kind of get to the end, die, and be like, oh, I didn't use my defensive and I didn't fear someone, and you know. So if you know where they are and know how to react, you'll have a lot better chance of getting through it.
True.
But Green Man on the whole is pretty, first like 30-40 levels, it's not that dissimilar from just leveling in the first place anyway, so just go for it.
Yeah. And I think one of the best things I know that I do when I play not only my challenge toons but all my toons is I set them up exactly the same bars. Like my oh shit bar is the same button no matter what toon I've got on. So if I'm on that challenge toon and I've got that, oh, I need to hit that button, muscle memory, my brain's going, hit it to make sure that every single time, and I have that right across the board for every single toon that I have to make sure that my setup is the same, because you don't do that the one time The one time you don't do it.
And that's when it goes wrong, right?
That's when it goes wrong. Yes, exactly. So I certainly find that is absolutely handy. Fess says, yeah, that seems hard for sure when you play so many classes. Zeb's here, hi. I didn't even say hi to chat room. I'm so sorry, chat room. I am so out of... I'm... Obviously, I have not had enough coffee today. Apologies. Fair is here. Zaya is here. Evie, of course, is there. Zep's there. Mrs. Rockguru. Thank you, guys. Chris is there. Chris is there, too.
I'm there.
So, yeah. Alright, anything else that you want to add to your challenge, how your challenge experience has been, Evie?
Just been really cool. Everyone's so welcoming, and like Discord's a lot of fun, and yeah, just really enjoy it. Give it a go. Try something new.
That's it. And that's, you know, we're not a massive community, and that's fine, but I'm very blessed to have a fantastic team, absolutely a lot of knowledge. We've got so many veterans within the community, and you know, everyone is so helpful. So I agree, you know, everyone, certainly you got a question if you're not sure about something, you might not get that straight away answer because, you know, obviously time zones and life and all of that, but we're very lucky that we do have a wonderful community who support and enjoy playing the challenge toon. So again, well done on what you've with your leveling, 4 max level Green Men toons so far, which is wonderful. It's so great to meet you and
Thank you.
thank you for being here with us today, and we know that you're going to stay for the rest of the show, so thank you. All right, well, I'm going to try something. Hang on, let me try. I'll see if this works. Chat room, let me know if this works or not. Hang on, I'm going to try it. Did it work?
That was nifty.
Was that cute? Did we think?
That was adorable.
Did you hear the magical wand?
The little tinkle?
The little tinkle, did you hear that? So I don't know what I did. I must have stuffed up the intro with setting up something. But anyway, that worked. Yay! Okay, that's one thing. Anyway, all right, our weeks in WoW. Evie, how has your week been? What have you been up to?
Not as much as I expected this week, honestly, with the patch. Went round, got the new Pepe skins, because they're adorable.
There's Pepe skins?
Yes!
3 of them!
3, yep.
Okay. Right. I feel so out of the
Haven't
loop.
tried out the follower dungeons yet either. Did a few LFRs, and that was about it.
Okay. Alright. No problem. So new Pepe's. Alright, I need to make a list of things I obviously...
One's a Pepe Tuscar. Just saying.
Okay. Alright, Mrs. Roguru says I still don't have Pepe yet. Okay.
I don't either, MRG. Don't feel bad.
It's a bit like...
It's a long grind to get him in the first place. Once you do it, it's good.
Yeah. Exactly. Alright. Chris, have you been sleeping at work?
Pretty much. Now, if I have another 15-hour day, I'm just... Well, actually, I will, so I should just stop right there. But I did have yesterday off, so the second he got home, I'm like, okay, let's go. Now, I want to see the tree. I wanted to do the Gilneas. I needed this little secret transmog from Gilneas fishing. Apparently, we missed one of the quests, though, because I didn't know Virenov had a... cinematic, because I didn't look up to see that she had a quest. They're too high. I mean, come on, people. We're not that tall. So I've seen 2 of the 3 new cinematics. Haven't seen the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
But I was all about the new stuff, and we went and geeked out on the new tree and looked at all the buildings and got all the secret stuff that's down there, and it was awesome because you got to see. One of them was an old recipe person, I think, from Dzelzs, who's now a wisp, and it's a named wisp. So it was really touching to go down and see all the stuff that was down there. But definitely no challenge tunes, just being a great big old Dragonflight geek and having a lovely time.
Okay.
And if you have a Worgen, I highly suggest taking your Worgen to do Gilneas, because you get a little extra added flavor, kind of like you do when you do the Night Elf things if you're a Night Elf. Yeah, there's a little extra flavor if you are a Worgen.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's interesting to know. I haven't even been in a game, so that's
you need to go see the tree, girl.
My week has been that's it. Fair says I got the goggles fished up there. There's new goggles.
Yeah, so after you do Gilneas, if you go fishing in the river, I think they're Lord Godfrey's spectacles. And there'll be a gray that you fish up, and you can click on the gray, and it'll become a transmog for Lord Godfrey's spectacles. Just fair warning, it took me... now, granted, I took Balance, and he is not my main druid. Mm-hmm. So his fishing leveled to 29 in the 29 some casts it took me to get the goggles.
Okay.
D has max fishing, and it took him 186 tries. So be prepared.
Yeah.
It was lovely. There was like 3 mages, a warrior, a couple druids. We're all standing around one area fishing. Yeah. Everybody's chit-chatting in general. I mean, it was just absolutely a lovely time, but and it took fair. Okay, 5
minutes.
So it's not necessarily the quickest transmog, but Godfrey yeeted himself into the river, and now we got his spectacles.
That's it. RNG is such a cruel thing at times, but fantastic fact.
Headless horseman.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Love Rocket, or whatever the friggin' hell we're calling it, Heartbreaker.
It's still a Love Rocket.
It will always be the Love Rocket. It is what it is. But anyway, alright, so let's go on to, hang on, I got another one for you. Ready? Let me see. There we go.
That was cute.
I've made little swoopy things.
Professional streamer here.
Definitely not, but I'm trying to up my game. Just a tad. Anyway, alright, let's talk about news for this week. So, we have some congratulations. We have congratulations to Greenmiku on becoming our 15th Dragonflight Greenman Challenge Champion. We also have a congratulations to Dzelzs on becoming our 38th Dragonflight Ironman Challenge Champion. And just last night, congratulations to Ferreviola on becoming our 19th Dragonflight Pacifist Challenge Champion. You guys, hang on, where's my little... Congratulations. Little cheer there for you all. Well done. Fair. How many max levels is that, this expansion? I was going to say, have you caught Zaya yet? Because she can't be that far off. Or Stir. I'm not sure which one of them is leading. One of them is. Yes. But well done, everyone. Alright, so we have got. Let me take a copy for the chat room. Versus 8 passies, 2 iron, 4 working, 2 green. What's that? 16. 16. Alright.
So insane.
17. You guys rock. Seriously. It's amazing. Alright, I've put a couple of links in for the Seeds of Renewal with the 10.2.5 patch that just hit. I'm not going to go through every single solitary thing. Khrys, anything that you've noticed from the patch in particular that you want to share? What fun things you're dealing with, if anything?
Oh, I could seriously geek out about everything Dragonflight, so I'm not a very unbiased person. I am having the time of my life with this. I have not, though, started the new event. Fair, did you go check it out and see if it was challenger friendly? Because I don't know if there's any combat in it or not. I should go check that out this week and see what it looks like for challengers, the new Azerothian archives. Zaya, did you check that out?
I don't really have many challenges over there. I thought Zaya might have mentioned something. Just trying to think.
Well, in general, they really are starting to wrap up the story for this.
Yeah.
For Dragonflight, and bridging it with the next one. We don't know what the next patch is going to be because it's a giant skull and crossbones.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend just go enjoy it. Go see what the story is. There's lots of stay and listen. There's one with Gen by the Portal to Stormwind. There's one with Rathian and Sibelian up on top of the Seat of the Aspects. It's a different thing for WoW, where it's like, okay, we're wrapping up the story and we're giving you lead-ins to the next one, and you can walk away and it doesn't have a gazillion unanswered questions other than like, when are my playable Tuskar or playable Murlocs, because they haven't answered me yet. But it's really different to be able to have that sigh moment with your tunes that okay, this part is we're good, we can stop, we can celebrate, we can enjoy, we can apparently serve hors d'oeuvres after saving the world to a bunch of party guests. And it's something new for WoW people who have always been like, well, what about kind of like what sword, those things that are hanging over your head. But it's really different for WoW, so I would recommend looking in little corners and see what you can find, because it's a very different approach, and it feels very it's nice to have not so much hanging over our head of the whatabouts, and you can just enjoy it for what it is.
It's probably the most intriguing out of all of it at the moment, because Dragonflight does actually feel very much different to previous expansions. And that could just be my perspective of where I am, because I feel like I've not played as much Dragonflight as I've played many other expansions due to IRL. So I feel like I'm constantly finding those little things. I'm like, oh, there's stuff over here. Oh, oh, I didn't know that, or and it's probably because I'm trying, I feel like I'm playing catch up, which is, it is what it is. But at the same stage, it's normally I log in. I'm not logging in going, oh, well, what am I going to do? I'll just go and hang out in Ogrimmar for 5 hours and do nothing. Like, I'm logging in because...
Yeah, the to-do list has exploded.
Yeah.
But in a good way. It doesn't feel mandatory, which is good.
Yeah, it's more my own pressure of just going, okay, what do I need to get done, and what do I need to get done on Leeta, and then will I have time to jump over to Passy Leeta to have that go, or vice versa, because it just feels like limited time sometimes. So it's like, what am I going to do to tackle? Just going back, Fesses, I don't really have many challenges over there, so that's about the Azerothian archives, I'm guessing. She hasn't done it on a regular yet. Mrs. Rock Guru says, I love the quest line for the archives for the New World quest. I hope they transfer the 2 new ways to do digs to the old world stuff. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but okay. Fair says there's much more closure. I think, touching on what you said, Chris. Mrs. Rakuru says the dig site in Azure Span. Some of the quests involve killing mobs. Okay, so not very passive friendly.
Definitely not passive friendly, no.
Yeah, definitely.
See, and I haven't been there, so I don't even know. Is it like an updated rework of archaeology, but only in Dragonflight?
I don't know.
Which would be ironic, because I actually took out my mage, he's not a challenge soon, named Archaeology, who's only leveling through Archaeology. I know. If I get the name, I gotta go with the concept.
Yep.
So, yeah. So he's leveling through Archaeology.
Do we need a new challenge just for you there, Chris?
My Pacifist is named Pacifist.
has the most arsiest ability to get the awesomest names that just suit every single tune.
Yeah, all my tunes, except for Norts, but that is a word to me, are real words.
Yes, it's fantastic. I love it. Alright, so much, Zai says so much stuff in Dragonflight, not nice for alcoholics. And I think that's probably the biggest thing, because most of us really are, but I'm struggling to play any alts at the moment, or have this whole expansion. It feels like I'm just not getting anywhere with it, but I mean, it does feel alt friendly, the expansion, but at the same stage it also doesn't, if that makes sense. It feels like, yeah, this is alt friendly, but then at times for me I feel like, no, it's not. I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there at all. Alright, what else have we got? Mrs. Rutguru, it's got to the point of what am I going to do first when I log in. Sometimes I get cross-eyed when I log in. Excuse me. There's a lot. There does seem to be a lot around. Like there's many things.
Yes, I feel you.
It's a lot to do. Whether it's chase, whatever you want to chase, whether it be leveling, world quests, profession stuff, what else? Like
mogs, mounts, toys,
yeah,
collectibles, yeah, power level.
The variety, that's probably the best word. The variety of what you want to do on one tune or on multiple tunes is vast. Like if I think, okay, this is what I want to do on Leeta, and I haven't even looked at the alts, and I start to think, oh well, I can go do that on the alts, my brain's gonna explode. Because there is so much to do.
Yeah.
So which isn't a bad thing, but it also is then Leeta's what would we call anxiety for my like my, not my ADHD, but like my, I want to do it all and I just don't have the time to do anything.
Oh yeah. I was trying to do everything on one of each armor class. So, you know, leather of course is my main because of my bear, but I was also trying to take my warlock and my DK and my hunter, so that I would have tokens and everything for all the sets for one of each armor type. That lasted like one patch. I don't have enough playtime to keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely insane how much there is to do. And there are certain sets I absolutely want, like the world set for Emerald Dream, the purple and green and blue. Oh, I love that thing. But I don't even have all the pieces yet because it's the lowest set. I don't even have it all for Eternity, and she's my main. You know, I have the other colors, but not that one yet. There is just so much to do. So I feel you, MRG. It's just like I need to prioritize what I can now and hope they hurry up and retrofit being able to get all the like the warband thing, like get it back to Dragonflight really quick so that I can have everything and just go through on one tune and get it.
Yeah, because I mean, I know a lot of us like to collect things, and it works so well obviously for our challenge tunes now that we don't have to think about going, oh well, I have to go buy that white set from that vendor for my challenge tune, and you know that's the best looking set, where we can play around and go, oh well, we can actually mog it into, you know, making our challenge tunes look really cool. But there's nothing more frustrating than when I'm playing a clothy and that male piece drops that I know I don't have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it.
Happens to me all the time with weapons too. And I'm like, I'm not running everything on my warrior. You've got to be kidding me. Can I just learn it?
Yeah. It's I think that's been the biggest thing of since they bought this, you know, in when was this? How long has this been around? Oh, it feels like forever. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a fantastic change to have that, because I think most of us that have played the game for quite some time are happy just to be like, if I get that on any tune and I don't have it, that I can just learn it to the account. Like, yeah.
I've already warned Zep, because we play together on Saturdays, that once the account-wide mods go live, we are running every dungeon there is ever, forever, and ever, until we have it all.
I think that will definitely, and that's probably also a part of it. You know, when you think you get to a point sometimes during the week, you're like, oh, I want to go run, you know, I want to go do this, and I'll go, and then I think, well, should I really worry about it? Because I might as well just wait. Because if I'm getting all leather, mail, and plate on Leeta, all I'm going to do is, like, have to vendor it. And I'm not getting any benefit from that. So, oh look, excellent. I love it when I mute and my timer, I forget that I've got my timer on. That's great. On your Leeta. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. What else chat room says? Mrs. Rock Guru, fair. You have 2 new mini games for the archive away from the dig site. One where you have to dig stuff up which on an occasion will spawn a mob. The other one, you're using a set of goggles to find stuff. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I need
Oh,
to...
I can't wait.
Yeah, I need to definitely have a look at that. But that's good. Is everyone enjoying the patch? I'm guessing you guys are enjoying it. Evie, you enjoying what's come out so far?
Yeah, so far. I really need to get in and do more of it. I haven't even used Dragonflight in the main world yet. That's around.
Oh
That's
my
right.
god, the first time you do, oh, life changing.
I don't
Now I can go places.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Stormwind to Blackrock Mountain in about 30 seconds. Go.
Nice.
Is it exactly the same as in Dragonflying? Like, you just have the vigor and that's it?
Yeah, it's literally the same. It's just 80% of max speed, which is like 810, I think. It is insanely fast. But yeah, same vigor, same, like,
Yeah.
action bar doesn't change. It is, I think you can get from the northern tip from like basically the end of Ghostlands to what they say, to the bottom in like under 5 minutes,
Okay.
which is like a 20-minute flight path, I believe.
Hmm. Yeah. It's Mrs. Rakuru, the first time I clicked on my DF mount, I cancelled it, then I remembered I could use it. And you know what? And that's what I have. I've got hotkeyed, and then I go over back to Ogrimmar, and I've got alternate hotkey, because I'm like, I can't use my main hotkey, so I've got normal mount. So that will be interesting, but I haven't logged in yet to try it. So that's going to be a fun experience when I
Highly recommend. It's brilliant.
get to log in to see it. So, oh well, I mean, it seems like everything's been positive. You guys are saying that you know, the patch has been positive. So, Fair says I want to be able to use Dragonflight mounts for regular flying. True, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, they're useless to me. Yeah, no, I get you. Like the other way, because there's some really cute mounts. Like, they're really cute.
Yeah, that new one that came with the Dream Patch is so beautiful.
The tree, he's adorable.
There's some very, very cute mounts. You would think that surely eventually they will give that change. Surely there is some workaround within the code that will allow for that. So
as far as I know, there's an entire team that is doing nothing but working on the mounts. Like, literally, that is their job, and
we need
been
more.
Their job for months.
No pressure. We need more. The last time I logged in, actually, it was really weird, because all of a sudden it went bam, bam, bam. I got like 3 mounts from stuff, whether it was rep stuff, that I was like, oh my god, I got 3 new mounts. This is fantastic. Of course, I'm just going to use what I always use. It's just like... And they were ground mounts too. I was like, really? Give me flying mounts.
We need to expand your repertoire.
Yeah.
As I said, half of your book, and then use the summon random mount.
Exactly. As I says, I want the dynamic flight on old flying mounts. On old flying mounts.
Yeah, so
yes.
Like the ones that, yeah, so it'll make the older, like, wyverns or whatever, and you can do dynamic flying instead of the static.
Yep. That will, okay. This is, I was so crushed that it was a dragon riding mount. Okay. Mrs. Rakuru says that will come in War Within for the other. Is that for Dragonflight mounts for regular flying? Is it?
So, yeah, so they said that there's going to be a toggle button that you will be able to change. Is it any mount you can change between static and dynamic flying? Dee's gonna look it up for us, but I'm pretty sure it's that it's a toggle between any type of mount once they get them done. Yes, once they get them done.
Right, okay. And Mrs. Rockruer says they did say at BlizzCon announcement that there will be a button between the two types. Which I had vaguely thought I'd heard that, but sometimes I do get concerned. Did I hear that or not? So yeah, Zara's saying yes, there should be able to switch, so but not all mounts. I guess we wait and see. But it seems like patch 10.2.5 seems to be relatively going well with you guys, so excellent. I hope I get to dive in there this afternoon after all of this, which will be good. Alright, let's get on to the state of the challenges. So, let us kick off with the irons. Evie, can you read our irons for this week, please?
Sure can. So, number 10, Big McLarge at level 32. Number 9, Fast Troll, I think that is, level 32 RIP. Number 8 is Iron Pip at level 33. Number 7 is Toxicology at level 34, also RIP. That's a good name, isn't it?
It is. Love it.
Number 6, I think that's Clipster, level 35, but red flag for having too high quality gear on. Number 5 is Tough as Grit, level 36. Number 4 is Asi, level 38. Number 3 is Pod Therapy, level 46. Number 2, Iron Man G, level 64. And number 1, Dzelzs, becoming our 38th Dragonflight Iron Man Challenge champion. Congratulations!
Exactly. Good to see Azzy's back. Level 38. Go Azzy! Go Azzy!
Yay!
That's awesome. Alright. Chris, Bloods. How have the Bloods been this week?
Taco has me so trained that the second I see the word taco, I try to read the word backwards. But it's forwards, and my brain froze because it's forward and I can read it, but it said taco, so yeah.
Yeah, which I don't know if it's her. Because it's the right way round. And yeah. I'm like,
so I'm going to assume it's not taco, or she changed servers, because otherwise she would get name reported on her server. Arcane Taco, and I can read it either direction. Level 15 though, RIP. Number 4 we have Gertrude, level 23. Number 3 we have Sora, level 25. Number 2 we have A Taco, level 38, RIP. And number 1 we have Chris BT, level 60, yellow flagged, too many quests completed.
Yeah, that's we're having a rough go so far. Irons and Bloods. It's not been a good week. Let's see how the passies go. Evie, if you want to do the passies for us this week, please.
So at number 10, Zeralin, level 20. Number 9 was Passy Gnome at level 22. Number 8 is Chili, level 25. Number 7, Hunter 5, level 28, but red flagged as 1 kills and 5 killing blows on the cartoon. Number 6, Hunter Rose, level 29. Number 5, oh, that's an interesting one, Linishted, level 31.
You did better than I would have.
Yeah, that's a difficult one. Number 4, Careful, fantastic name, level 34. Number 3, Khaleesi, level 37. Number 2, Faraday at level 61. And number 1, Ferreviola, level 70, our 19th Dragonflight Pacifist champion. Congrats, Fair.
Exactly. And it's good to see. Look at that passy list, Fair. A whole 10 again this week. Passies has been so busy. All right, working man, Khrys. What have we got?
Okay, so we have 6 working men this week. Number 6 is either Freda or Fraida at level 16. Number 5, Alway at level 39, red flagged for multiple issues.
There was a lot. There was a lot.
It
Like
was a lot.
gear,
Red
there were
flagged for a
quests,
lot.
all sorts of things. I was just
So,
like, multiple issues.
like,
Red flagged.
semaphore, demonstration there.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Tesly at level 41. Number 3 is Fair Dewana?
Dewana. Yeah, I think it's Dewana.
Dewana. Okay,
Yeah.
level fair. I'm sorry, darling. Level 52. Number 2, Soul Blister. Level 60, red flagged. At least one profession must be learned.
I was confused with that.
Yeah.
So, Zaya, I don't know. I know you might not have time, but I was just very confused with that one. Because I thought that should not have been. But anyway, when you got a minute, if you want to have a look at it, Zaya, it just was intriguing. All right.
More to come.
Yeah.
And one. Fair. Oh, fair. I'm gonna butcher it. Fair Cadena. Fair Cadena? Maybe? Level 64.
That's it. Working man. Yeah, yay, you got it. That's it.
Oh, yay.
Nice. All right. So it seems to be, I don't know, couple of issues with the working man. Not sure. But we'll see what happens with those for there. All right, Evie. Greens. What have we got? Yes.
Alright, number 10, Eevee Shade at level 21. Number 9, Tharan, level 23. Number 8, Gulptis, level 29 RIP. Number 7, Tar Hunt, also level 29 ROP. Number 6, Axel Fox, level 29. Number 5, Boz, level 36. Number 4 is Livy, level 37. Number 3 is Janae, level 43. Number 2, just missing out on being the top of every list so far this week, Ferrin, level 67. And number 1, Greenmiku, our level 70, becoming our 15th Dragonflight Greenman Challenge champion.
Exactly. And you know what? And it's so funny because normally the start of the expansion, and I think Fair will completely agree with me, if it's not Stir, it's Zaya. Like, normally, like, right, like all over the place. So now that they've kind of settled down, it's like Fair's like popping up here, here, here. It's fantastic. No, you're not slow. It's so good. Fair's just like, I'm still here. Look at me. It's fantastic. All right. What else have we got, Khrys?
Okay, so we have no tins this week. But we do have 3 iron teams. Number 3 is EU level 10, but they are red flagged for gear quality too high. Number 2, we have the Eastern Council, level 38. Oh, and number 1, Upper Chilichi. We're gonna go with that. Level 61. Wow, they're doing great. Blood teams, we do not have any this week, but we do have one Green Man team.
Yes.
And I am not going to insult anybody who can speak French by guessing how to pronounce this. It is Who Will Die,
That's it.
but in French.
Yes.
I can Spanish. I cannot even begin to guess how to say that. So Who Will Die, but they are level 35 RIP.
That's it.
So who did die?
Yes. Yes.
And they
I
did
do
die.
know.
Very good.
I do know, but I don't put that in the report. So, but yes, one of them did do it. So, did die. So, it's just like, damn, they're doing so well. So, but again, so good to see. Look at the Iron teams. Like, again, right across the board. You guys are absolutely like rocking it out with the amount of challenge players that we've got at the moment. So, obviously, a very rough week. We have had a lot of RIPs as well as red flags and yellow flags. So, commiserations to everyone that we lost this week. But again, you know, fantastic. Greenmiku, we had Ferreviola, and we had Dzelzs making max level. So again, well done for everyone out there leveling your challenge tunes. And we wish you all the best on the coming week or weeks. All right. Okay, let's do this one. If you haven't guessed, I have a new toy. I have a new toy, and I'm trying to properly learn how to use it. It's a stream deck. So that's what I'm trying to do, is utilize it well. I'm trying to anyway. Alright, so chit chat time. And as we always start our chit chats, we have to start with a bit of a laugh. So Evie, what is your funny for us, please?
Alright, well, take this one lightly because I've been banned from making jokes in my other guild at the moment because I posted a really long one and it was terrible. So, it's a little bit of a maths physics one for people. There's two kittens on a sloped roof. Which one slides off first? The one with the lowest mew.
Oh, I love it. Okay, I was totally not expecting it to go that way. Steph says, oh, my two cats just hissed. Oh, that's funny. Oh, dear.
He's laughing behind me because he's math brilliant.
Oh, alrighty. Chris, what is your funny?
With the non-maths joke. My favorite Stormwind guard is Circumference. I love watching him do his rounds. Okay, so it was a math joke.
It was!
What are the chances?
What are the chances? That's awesome. Even just so you know, I don't read the jokes. Like, I ignore when you guys post stuff in the show notes. So therefore, when I get to hear them, I want that to be genuine reaction. So thank you. They're both yours and Chris. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Now, this one, I've got a joke from you. This one was courtesy of my husband. So, Execute gave me this one. And it is, what African animal is good at poetry? The rhinoceros.
I remember that. I found it in the car on the way home from Carolina.
I know, you did. He's just like, I remember that one.
Great.
It's so stupid. I said put it on the show.
I know. He did. Because I cracked up laughing. And he's like, it's such a stupid joke. Put it on the show. I love it. I love the joke. It's so cute. Thank you, hubby. Alright. So I was like facepalm. So Cat's just coughed up a fur ball. Yep, that's always fun times.
Getting ganked by a feral.
Stories. Sounds like it. All right. Anything else that we've missed for this week? Evie, Chris?
Thank you, Zaya. I just saw Zaya was trying to help me say, qui va mourir, I think. For the French thing, well, it's probably too Spanish. Thank you, Zaya.
Thank you, Zaya.
Like,
So-
I'll put it phonetically, and then Chris will know how to not butcher it.
Nice. All right. Anything else that we need to finish? We need to make mention of? Chat room, did we miss anything out? Don't think so.
From my end, just a big thank you for having me on.
Oh, that's okay. thank you for saying yes. That's always a
It was
positive
so
thing.
good to have you. Oh, and have we talked about the Outland Cup?
Talked about Outland Cup. What was the Outland Cup?
Dragon
Again.
riding, Outlands. Mogs. Lovely, lovely Mogs.
Mogs.
Follower dungeons too.
Yeah, follow our
that's gonna
dungeons.
be-
I gotta go do my first one tomorrow. I still have that painting quest. I really gotta go finish that painting quest.
Okay. I don't know. Talked about Outland Cup. What was that? That was that the cup isn't counting as quests. Was that right? They're not counting as quests. I've got a feeling. Sorry, I just am not up with what the patch is doing at the moment. As I said, I haven't had a chance to look into it. Races don't count as quests. Yeah, excellent. I thought that's what you meant. Yeah. All right. Well, and look, like anything, if in doubt, please scout it out, as Fair always says. If you are not sure, jump on a scout toon, a regular toon, just to make sure that it will be viable. If in doubt, you can certainly jump in, ask the questions in Discord. Is the easiest if you want a quicker answer. If you're not sure on something, then ask about it. There's nothing worse, and I know I've done this myself on challenge tunes where I've like, oh yeah, she'll be right, and go ahead and do something and get myself flagged because I didn't realize things had changed. So if in doubt, scout it out. And if you're really not sure, jump into Discord and ask the questions. And our wonderful mod team or veterans are around to help answer any of those questions. Zai says, easy XP if you can dragon ride. And again, for those of us with visual issues, it's struggle very much. With dragon riding, at like the zoom, I struggle with that. But if I just want to go a little bit fast, it's good. So just again, if you're taking your challenge tunes around, just again always just be careful. Watch what you're doing. As we know, because that. Where things can go from everything's fine to I'm dead on that challenge tune happens in a blink of an eye. So just scout things out first if you need to. Be safe about where you're traveling, and that's the main thing. Alright, well, I think we've covered everything, so we will wrap things up. So, for our Iron Elites, Chris, can you do the Iron Elites for me,
I got you.
please?
Iron Lead. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Awesome Trousers. Execute. Fair. Myself. Leeta. Mock. Mr. Nisi. Ooh, Mr. Bright 01. Mrs. Rock Guru. Rudd. Stir. Stone. Tiber, a.k.a. Tiber. Wainima, Zaya, and Zep Zep.
Thank you guys. We appreciate this support. It helps keep the website running, and that is always a good thing. as we know. So, to the wonderful WoW Challenges team, thank you guys for all you do. To the Code Wardens, Zyrud, I know, busy behind the scenes, keeping code, keeping the intricate stuff in the back end going. Thank you very much. And also for our Twitch viewers here in the chat room, thanks guys for hanging out, giving of some of your time to be with Evi, Khrys and myself today. We do appreciate it, so thank you very much for that. I will be back in 2 weeks, so again, don't forget we're doing shows every 2 weeks. So the next one will be Saturday, February the 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. Khrys will be back with me that week, so that's exciting. But Evie, thank you so much for being here and being with us today on the show. If you can tell everyone, where can they find you if you've got any socials that you'd like to share?
Oh, not big for the socials, but you can always find me in the WoW Challenges Discord.
I don't blame you.
Sorry, thank you. Oh. Yes. Sorry, I've got the coughs today a little bit. Yes. I threw myself. Where am I? What am I doing? Don't know. Who knows?
Where can we find you, Leeta?
Oh, right here. Or at work. Just seems to be one of those things. You can find all of the information over at wowchallenges.com. All the socials are there if you want to listen to the podcast. Because technically it is a podcast. There are Google Play, iTunes, all of that you can find. If you've got any questions, jokes, anything to share, photos, screenshots that you want to send in, please drop me an email which is podcast@wowchallenges.com, or reach out for sure to myself. Just again, be mindful that with time zones and working, if I don't get back to you ASAP, I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience, as soon as I possibly can. Khrys, where can we find you?
What was your answer? Work somewhere or something? Yeah. Yeah, I have a Twitter, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I used it other than to answer other people. I'm in Discord. Find me in Discord. I never show that I'm there, but I'm there. I'm there.
Exactly. And yeah, the easiest thing, if you want to find my socials, easiest thing is go over to Linktree. Look for leetawow, which is LEETAWOW, and you can find all of the things. That's probably the easiest way to say it. On that note, followers dungeons are only for Dragonflight at the moment, Zaya. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. I think we've covered everything. MRG, nice. 2 tunes on the list. Excellent. That's good. Alright. Well, big thank you to Mr. Nisi for our intro. Thank you for that. And to my husband, Execute, for helping with the outro. And we have an updated outro. So, for this year, yay. So, we appreciate them. So, thank you very much to both of them for that. On that, again, Evie, thank you for being here this week. We appreciate you giving of your time to share your challenger journey with us, and we wish you all the very best, and can't wait to see where you go with the Green Man challenges. So we're very excited for you. I think we're all, cheering you on. So we hope that your goals that you've set for yourself, that you'll achieve all those goals. So best of luck with that.
Thank you very much, and good luck to everyone else doing their own challenge tunes as well. Hope it goes well.
Exactly. And thank you, Khrys. Thanks for hanging out. as per
Always.
usual. All right, guys. On that note, thank you, everyone. Please stay safe, both in and out of game. And we will be back here in 2 weeks' time. It'll be February. On February the 3rd, or the 4th if you're in Australia. And we'll catch you then. All right. Everyone, say bye.
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 The WoW Challengers podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Leeta, copyright 2024. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. Music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com, as well as from bensound.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
And we're back. Did the music play that time, guys? I can't hear.
I snuck in and listened.
Oh, didn't?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay, so wonder why the outro did but the intro. Okay, alright, I'll have to look at why the intro decided not to. Okay, intro, music, question mark. Okay, show titles. Evie, have you got anything? Chat room, you got anything you want to give Evie to be like, we've got ideas? Chris?
Yeah, I'm flat of ideas, so.
You got any thoughts for Evie?
I was too busy having fun.
No, so did I. I had a couple that popped up, and of course I didn't write them down. One had to do with Green Man, but now I can't remember what it was. Maybe it's something like All the Greens? Like
That would be very appropriate.
Yeah, definitely.
That's Evi-venturous. Venturous. Mrs. Rock Guru. That's
Like-
great. I love it. That's good. Zai's Green with Evie.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too.
That's cute too. Those are both cute.
They're both cute. They're both very, very cute. Evie, which one? Which one do you want to go?
Let's go Evi-venturous.
Evie.
Nice.
I love them
Alright.
both, but
They are both fantastic. You guys know the spelling's fantastic. I love it. I think that'll work. We will go with that. That's fantastic. Alright. Okay guys. Well, thank you very, very much. Thanks for all hanging out. It's been fun. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your day, night, wherever you are. I'm going to cut the stream. And as I said, we'll see you back here on the, when did I say it? 3rd. February 3rd. Zaya, have a wonderful holiday. He's leaving. When are you leaving? Tomorrow? Tonight? Tomorrow? He's heading out.
Safe journey, Zaya.
Yeah. Stay safe. Have fun. All of that. Monday. Okay. Have fun. Alright. Thanks, guys. Bye.
see ya.